You've often been here, right?
Yeah, I come here from time to time, just to disconnect from the city, from like the rush of work and the busyness. If you look at this,
Exactly.
you have all the answers. I don't that explains for itself.
I'm traveling to what I consider the world's most underrated country. I have just landed in Luanda airport and my first impression is that it's much better than I initially thought. The immigration was pretty fast. It took me half an hour to get my passport stamped and to retrieve my luggage from the conveyor belt. What we are seeing here is still the old Luanda airport. I think since the end of 2025 they have moved all operations to a newer airport, but the situation essentially remains the same. Luanda is very poorly connected to the outside world. I've been to over 10 African countries so far, but I've never seen a skyline like this. The skyscrapers here are more reminiscent of places in the Far East or in the UAE. And you can see that they have done a lot in terms of development, and they have set up benches and planted grass. So it's overall a very nice place to walk around. But there's also a darker side of Luanda, which I'm going to cover a bit later. Straight ahead, the white building, that's the biggest shopping mall here in Luanda. Let's head there and have a look. The mall looks fairly empty. I'm wondering whether that's because it's still morning or whether it's because many people are unable to afford the high prices here. A question I've been constantly asked is whether Angola is a safe country to visit. And I have to answer well, that depends really on where you are at what time of the day. For example, here in Luanda, at the Ilha de Luanda, during daytime, I would consider it fairly safe to walk around when you don't flash your valuables. But other areas at the outskirts of these cities, the so-called museques, are not very safe, even during daytime, and especially at night. Even in downtown, in the most expensive areas, there's still many houses that are in ruins. And that's because of the civil war that ended in the early 2000s, although Luanda was mostly spared after the early 1990s. The beautiful colonial architecture is gradually disappearing and giving way to those modern high-rises. And this building right in front of me stands out in particular because it's the oldest surviving theater here in Luanda. Teatro? Língua teatro.
Uma das salas mais famosas de Angola.
So could you please tell me what's your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Tiago Mena Abrantes and I am from Luanda, Angola. I was born and raised here, and we're actually in Linga Teatro right now, which is a cultural space slash theater space here in downtown Luanda, which is the place where my parents met. So they were doing theater together here, and I essentially exist because of this space. And I am an artist myself. I am a fine artist. I also work in filmmaking, and as a graphic designer. So that's me.
It's crazy to see how many things they can carry on their heads. Bon dia. Is escuela? School?
School, yes.
School. Do you speak English? What do you study? Nurse? Doctor? No.
No.
No. High school?
High school
How old are you? How old are you?
52 November.
Ah, high school 52 November. Okay, thank you. So, obrigado. Stephen, my name is Stephen, Germany.
Where are you from?
Germany, Alemania. Thank you, obrigado. Bye-bye. Mil, okay? Thank you. Ananas, Angola, from Angola. Yes. And this is avocado, banana, and melon. Obrigado. Thank you. It's very lively. Lots of amazing street food here in this area. Carne?
Essa é carne, é hambúrguer. Esse é peixe.
Obrigado. So we finally made it. Here I am at the monument of Agostinho Neto. Agostinho Neto served as Angola's first president from 1975 to 1979. Bon dia. The monument was a gift of the Soviets for their communist friends here in Angola. It was planned in the late 1970s and construction started in 1982. Apparently under this huge pillar there's a mausoleum that you can visit, and let's check out whether it's open today. It says here entrada para visitantes, so we are probably on the right way. There's a small library or bookstore. The official language of Angola is Portuguese, and of course I knew this right from the start, but I'm still surprised how few people speak English here. Wow, it's massive.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I did not read about this on the internet.
Okay.
It's so sad. I mean, I have been now to Luanda for 5 days, but I did not know about this place. Even here in the most historic part of the city, not a single tourist inside. They're greeting us in Portuguese, English, French, and Russian. So I just spoke to a guard and he said that the fortress is undergoing reconstruction and is currently not available for tourists. But at least we can take this opportunity and walk a little bit around outside to have a look at the equipment that was used during the War of Independence and probably also at the beginning of the Angolan Civil War. We are at the Museum of Anthropology. Hello, buona tarde. Open? Can go inside?
Museu, vou abrir já agora, mas paga valor.
Quando?
2.000.
I'm very excited to visit this old building and have a look at the artifacts, but unfortunately, all descriptions are only in Portuguese. Let's have a look at the second floor, where there's even more things to see. But even in Portuguese, there's not a lot of information. It really lacks the historic context to better understand the culture that was here predominant in Angola prior to the Portuguese conquest. The drawings over there show how the circumcision process was executed.
Lord.